View. I think we're gonna call this pin planking, walking the pin plank with the pin pirate. I've been thinking about what to call this for a long time, and I've had some people throw some ideas at me, and then we're gonna end with that. I like that idea, pin plank, walking the pin plank. So, Punchy Chewy, what's up, man? What's up? Yeah. So tonight we got a bunch of people in the room right now. We got Sig Pins in the room, 7 Deadly. So we're also streaming on the opposite end. Tonight I have a little bit of a error on my part. I forgot to charge my pad, so I don't have the usual monitor, is what we call it. I don't have a monitor on what's going on. So we have to stream backwards so I can at least see the comments here when it's time. But we got 7 Deadly, Punchy Chewy, Ursa Major, Kilgore, Mad Dream, Junk Ships in the house, Pencil Dick. We got a bunch of makers in the house right now. So I want to remind people that are catching this on YouTube later, post stream, that if you come to the live streams, you have the chance to interact with some of these makers that come and join and watch the fun. And Esme obviously wants to talk about pens too. So, but that can be here to answer questions or to engage with, or the like. So that should be something that you should think about if you are ever interested in talking to some of your favorite pen makers. But also, I encourage you to check me out on Instagram at the Pen Pirate as well, and subscribe on YouTube for the latest videos as soon as they are updated, which is usually immediately after the stream ends. I put them up, but it takes forever sometimes, and sometimes they error and delete, and I just leave my phone, but sometimes it doesn't. So it's whenever the YouTube gods allow. Esme's going bananas, so we're gonna let her down. Tonight, we are going to talk about Star Wars pens. We're going to review some Star Wars pens from BB Create, Duncan Artworks with Porus Walker, Weirdo Weapons, and Punchy Chewy Press. I'm also going to showcase my Mickey Mouse hands and Mickey Mouse period and Walt Disney specifically themed pins. And talk a little bit about the Disney influence on the pin game that's going on right now. Everybody's just talking it up. Good. I want everybody to have conversations. So I'm trying to make Wednesdays as Star Wars as possible. If you haven't noticed the theme here, Star Wars is what we're going to try and do with Wednesdays, but that's not always going to be that way, because obviously I can't. This momentum's got to slow down at some point. I mean, I'm only going to get how many pins for so long, and eventually it's just gonna hit a wall. So we're gonna go with it as long as we can. This is gonna be an interesting stream. Back to the bare bones, no bells or whistles like the beginning, as it still is. So, but I'm also gonna show off my Golden Food pins that I have from the Midnight Society's Golden Food series, which they have released a new pin of today for 24 hours only. That's why I'm going to talk about it, because it's only available for 24 hours. It is an ice cream cone to add to their collection, and of course on the first day of summer. The summer solstice is today, so good drop, good timing on that. I applaud them on their timing, even though I think it was whimsical. Good job. The pins will never stop. I agree. I guess the pins will never stop. The pins will never stop. And then I'm going to talk about some of the pins we got from Nerd Pens. So let's do that right now. So Nerd Pens sent a package for the contest that's going to start very soon. I just need a few more makers packages to get here, and then we'll start the contest. Because then once the contest starts, the pins are going to keep rolling in hopefully every day. And then as they do, they'll just be added to the pile in the pool. And every day you'll have a chance to either win a pin that you definitely want, so you can try for this pin that you want, or you can try for just a random pin that I'll pull out during the stream. Okay? So one pin you'll know, and another pin you won't know. And we could have multiple winners of pins. So the more stream people that come to the live stream drawings, the more winners that I will decide. And I think we're going to do it by either the 10s or the 15s. So 15 viewers will have one winner, 30 viewers will have two winners, 45 viewers, and so on and so forth. So the more viewers we have live stream during the drawing, the more pins will get revealed. So Nerd Pins has sent over 2 Aria stocks, which will come out at some point. Got the dinosaur. Boobs in the City, Creepy Van, Love Making Van, Bad Year Blimp. These are just some of the pins that will be included in the giveaway that's coming. I'll send you my address for that cheeseburger. Mad Dream says yes. So I was on earlier on Midnight Society's stream, and we were talking about their golden food, which is why I'm going to do this, because it's limited and they do it real cheap for a very short time, and I suggest that you all jump on that as soon as possible if you're interested in it. That's all. So they're pretty cool. But the giveaway, just to finish that, the giveaway will start and be continuous. So if you enter on one day and you don't win, your entry for that will continue to the next day for the random pin. On the random pin, no matter what, the random pin is all the losers from previous days usually, and because if you win, you can't win again. That's only fair, right? We want everybody to have as many wins as possible, especially because we're going to give away so many pins. So it's only fair, right? Yeah, it's going to be exciting and fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Plus, the barbecue's coming up, and hopefully the contest will be able to begin before that. And leading up to the barbecue, I plan on giving away a nice little package during the barbecue that's going to combine hopefully a lot of pins from makers at the barbecue, because I want to do something that makes the people that don't live in Southern California and anywhere nearby that can't make it to the barbecue, who do follow the community on Instagram, online, and want to be a part of it, feel like they can be and get some of the pins that they may not be able to get because they can't be there that day. So I want to try and tag team and team up with some of the makers there and see if we can't work something out like that during the day to give away a package of all the pins that are only being sold at the barbecue. Okay, that you can't get on the internet. They're really exclusive, and that'll have something to do with probably purchases leading up to or reposts of the barbecue or pins that are going to be a part of my contest or makers. So the point of my contest really is I just want to get as many LA makers out there as possible. First of all, I'm starting with LA because I live in LA. I would love to move to other cities and have that happen there too, so be on the lookout for that. If you live in other cities, I'm coming at you. Austin, Chicago, San Francisco, New York, Miami, Charleston. I'm coming at you. So, I can't read all these comments, so let's do this real quick. Hi guys. Wish we knew about your giveaway. Totally would have sent you something your way. Are you LA based, Seven Deadly? That's the thing. BB Create, what's up? Lil Mushroom 92. I'm prompt on getting in on the drops I want. Yes, it's all about timing. Northern California. Well, you know, I'm not against expanding it. I'm really not against expanding it. And, I mean, fuck it, the more the merrier. So let's do California in general, shall we? Hey, represent Bay Area. We'll accept you, San Franciscan. So, PB, if you're watching later, you can jump in on it, too. Anybody else that wants to. So, be sure to know, I guess I can't discriminate. California love, right? The contest is going to be fun, though, I think. I'm just really hyped for it because I think it's going to have an element of surprise that a lot of contests don't have. That's a blind bag contest, basically. I mean, I'm going to have a little bucket that I'm going to pull these pins out of, and I'm going to pull your name out of, and that's it. Name and pin. And if you're here, how fun is that? So, and if you don't want that pin, we can put it in and draw again. If you're here live, we can do that. I will offer that. I will offer that. If there's a pin that's the random pin that I pick out, and you don't want that pin, I will put that pin aside and redraw until you get a pin you want. How about that? I've had some makers that have been talking to me about this, and the conversation kind of ended. It stalled when I told them I was willing to mold it and change it to make them happy, because there was a concept that people wouldn't get the pin they wanted, and I'm kind of begged to differing here that that's the point of this, is that I want it to be a blind bag. I want it to be as random as possible, because I feel like all the people I will include in this contest pins are pins you would want from them and we would want in your collection. And even if you wouldn't want them, you could trade them easily. If you don't trade, then you can tell me that you don't want that pin and I will find a pin that's for you. I will. It's not like I'm stubborn or immovable. I am totally bendy and flexible. So let's do it. But yes, that's enough about that. I think everybody's enjoying the drops in the IG story, so we're going to continue to do that there. And I think that is it. I'm working on shipping still. I've been having some long days myself recently. This has been for fun, obviously, so fun has been less and less as of late. So earlier my frustration, if you followed the IG story, I didn't have an easy time making a teaser today. So it was very frustrating, but it's because it took so much more time than I have to give it. And when I'm doing something like this, which is out of the thrill of the fun of it, what's rewarding is you guys, really, is those that come and talk to me while they're here and get in on it and, want to hear more pen talk, because I don't think there's enough pen talk, and I'm trying to give more of it. Yeah, I didn't have any pins for me today. Again, it's 2 out of 3 days this week where no pins for me. Pins for you guys, but no pins for me. So yeah, but let's talk about the Golden Food Series real quick before we go any further. Just because, let's get it out of the way, because it's important, because the time's ticking on these. So the most recent one they did before the one they're doing right now, which is a golden ice cream, is the Golden Donuts series, which I have yet to unbox. I still have it in the box. Look, I love donuts, alright? There's one little problem I have with these. The holes in the center aren't cut out, and they aren't necessarily the texture of the donut behind it. And I think that was a little bit of a miss, just a little bit. For me, I need my donut hole cut out. But it's not that I don't want the set, it's that I think the set's going to be more valuable as a tradable set or sellable set later than for me in my collection. I'm happy with my food here. So I have the pizza slice, the taco, the cheeseburger, and the waffle. I'm missing a hot dog that they released first, and we'll give you a little taste of that. Cold plated, no back stamping, but pretty cool for whatever mood I'm feeling. Yeah, Modesto, send it out. I'm down. California, send pins my way. DM me. I'll tell you where to send to. I'm like Burger King. Have it your way all day. Pencil Dick says. Patron saint of pins. Oh, that's nice. I appreciate that. Yeah, the waffle's pretty cool. They could do pancakes. I told them fried chicken, burrito, nachos, french fries, steak, ribs. I gave them a whole list of wants. So, check it out. Get the ice cream cone if you're down for that. If you're into that sort of thing, which I am. Yeah, chicken. I need the chicken to go with the waffle. That's what I'm saying. Kilgore knows what I'm saying. I need the chicken to go with the waffle. So, And I told them a golden J. Need a golden joint, too. You could probably make golden highball, martini, whiskey, glass with, a big ice cube in it, The sky's the limit for the golden food and beverage series and drug series. I think you could do golden mushrooms, golden whatever you want, pills, Go to town. Shall we review? So I was excited. BB Create has been really quite amazing to me. They're super supportive of what I'm doing, as are many of you, but they have really taken a proactive approach in engaging in a dialogue with me about many, many things that they want to do for the pen community that I also want to do for the pen community. And they noticed that already through this and other things, and so we're collaborating on some things, and they were kind enough to send me a bunch of pens that I've been needing in my collection. One of which I didn't need though is one of the two that I'm going to review theirs tonight, which is the Mace Windu variant Lifesaver, flower Lifesaver that they do. and I forget what they called this because this is a what is this? I forget the name of it now. He's in the room though. BB, tell me what the name of this lightsaber is again now. This is a ghetto broadcast tonight. There we go. Hard enamel, based on Mace Windu's lightsaber. There we go. Beautiful purple. Had to have it. I already have this, so this is a duplicate I have now that I may be including in the giveaway. We may be including this in the giveaway, so this is just another pin that could be won by you any given stream. Coming up very soon. And I gotta tell y'all, if we don't reach 15 viewers at a time, we're not gonna draw a winner until we reach at least 15 viewers on a live stream. So it's gonna be dependent on who tunes in too. So yeah, snag that golden cone, Kevin's Alone K. Get it. Yeah, Lays Windu. Yes. Very good. Thank you, Mad Dream. You know. So I like it double posted. I think it's pretty sure it's got their back stamp. Yep, their little teeny tiny BB. See it right there. So, yeah. If you're collecting those lightsaber pins, then it's a must-have. The next one is this BB pizza, BB slice. Hard enamel, double posted. See, so I got into a comment dialogue today with L Black Bat, and we were talking about hard enamel, soft enamel black, and the texture versus epoxy. And this is hard enamel, and it has texture to it. There is a feeling to this, and I like that. And that's what I mean. And there's black in this, and yes, it kind of looks a little shiny gunmetal-ish, but the black in his eye looks pretty black to me. So, you know, to each their own, though. The debate will rage on here. And that'll be that, you know. Look at the detail in the line work of the slices of the basically slices of his circles. I want to tear pepperoni off and eat it. Now I want a slice of pizza so badly. Steez, what's up, Steez? Yes, the slices, right? Gotta love it. So, and I collect pizza pins anyway, so there we go. You know? Oh no, we were going this way. Let's do it. Let's go back to the way we were. I don't want to mess anything up for the YouTubers. They get all upset and they gotta flip. You gotta flip your phone around, I guess. Don't be upset. It's technology. It's imperfect. Everybody needs more patience with the technology these days, including myself. I'll be the first to admit it. I feel like I have a vast well of patience, but it's tested every day. So if you're into the lightsaber flower bouquet, check BB Create out. They have many more of them. I didn't showcase them here tonight because I'm going to do that again another time once I finally get the last one that I need. And hopefully the next one that they're releasing, which I don't know if that's soon or not, but I hope that is. So we'll be on top of that as we can. Next, this was a release that I think surprised a lot of people. I didn't see this one coming because, first of all, Duncan Artworks doesn't do vulgar pins, really. The Booby 8 was one of his first, but it wasn't that. I mean, that was silly and playful, right? This, though, however, is just really out there. This R2-P2 that he did with Forrest Walker. Soft enamel, double posted. Got his stamp and Forrest Walker's stamp on his regular A backing card that he sends all his pins on. Okay. Everyone flipping their phone. I know, right? So check it out. I mean, I collect R2s. This was a had to have. I had to have it to go with Leia. Now I have Leia and R2, P2. together. What a combo that's going to be for the next Star Wars movie at the theater. Look at the hairs, the ball sack hairs. And then the hairs at the top, the pubic hairs at the top. It's fantastic. I hope everyone's taking this in. Really drink it in, guys. No, I'm never going to stop stroking it. You're mad dream. You're dirty. I didn't even notice that I was, and until you said something. So, this is a fantastic pin that you must have in your collection if you're a Star Wars fan and love to piss people off, especially people with parents with kids present. Gotta love it. But he doesn't do vulgar pins, so bravo to you, Duncan, for getting into the nasty pin game. Plus 18 and over stream. Well, I mean, look, pins are for everyone, but they're not for everyone of all ages. Or not every pin is for everyone of every age, I guess is what I'm getting at here with that, right? So, and yeah. I'm thinking when we get into the Disney talk, I'll get into that more. Next up is a pin that actually I've had already, but it was actually damaged when I first got it, but not enough for me to really complain at all because it was completely wearable. But as it's gone on my board once, I've worn it once, and it's gone on my board once and I'm back on again. I took it off recently to feature it with my Leia pins, and the backing just kind of, both of them just kind of went janky and wonky. And I wrote Weirdo Weapons about it, and they were really kind and said, next time you order a pin, I said, I already did. I got mod coming. They said, well, we'll throw one in for you. Then you don't have to send it back. So I got this janky Weirdo Weapons Leia Bouche pen that, look, I'm not against, if somebody wants this pen, I'm more than happy to give it away. I wouldn't trade this pen because I just feel like it's so jank. One of them's going to fall off and there'll only be a single back posting then. So, you know, that's up to you if you're down for it. If you're down for it, I'm willing. We can give it away. We can do a giveaway for this. But I got a renewed version of it now. It's one of my all-time favorites. It's one of the first pins when I started like really seriously getting into this pin game. Okay, I've always been in the pin game, but not like I am now. But this is one of the first I found that I really liked. That I had to have. But Weirdo Weapons does some great stuff. They also do some Mad Men pins that I got that are great. But yeah, it's soft enamel, double posted, A++ backing because it's got them and Leia on it, right? There we go. Get a little light in that motherfucker, right? It's just simple, but it's perfect. You know, and it's big. It's a nice big size. You know? Backings on this are good. No stamp. Don't need one, right? Because I don't think it's a limited pen. There we go. But yes, happy to have this resurrected back in the collection, wearable once again. Princess Leia as a bounty hunter saving Han. And then last, Punch and Chewie released recently their Darth cones. That one is a regular and the other is a Death Star variant color gray cone. And they were in the house, and we got to talking about these at the Patches and Pin Expo, and they told me about them, and I teased a little bit on this, but I was excited because I like the meltiness, I like the ice cream theme. I think it's perfect for summertime. Good job on the release date. But I got both variants of this pen because my last name is Gray, and I gotta have anything that's gray in that way. And the other one was just the regular one that I wanted to have also. but I like them both a lot. I think they're hard enamel, double posted. It has Punch It Chewy stamping on the back. They came clasp backed, which was great. Butterfly clasp backed. So. Shiny. This black hard enamel looks pretty black to me. Just gonna say it again. I mean, I understand if you don't think that this is, but it does. To me, it looks pretty black. You know? But hey, a matter of preference. Love the simplicity in the cone lines, the meltiness in Vader, the meltiness in the Troopers. Kind of ghostly, but more so, like the one on the top looks kind of like a clone trooper, and the one on the bottom looks kind of like a regular trooper. I don't know where I'm getting that. It's just my own interpretation of it. But there you go. Aren't these great? Yeah. Doe Supply, what's up? Queen Pen, hi. Hi everybody, I didn't see you guys come in the room. You snuck right in the door without saying hi to the host. Really? I'm kidding, obviously. Playing with you guys. Always love to see my fam. It's like having dinner. It's like we're having dinner together, which I haven't had dinner yet, but triangle eyes versus more round eyes. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's a strong pen. Another must-have for the summertime, along with the ice cream cone from Midnight Society. Like, oh no. We gotta pin down, guys. See, also, pin care is very important. I'm giving callous disregard to my pens right now. Poor form, Ryan. Poor form. Next, they were kind enough to also include their Alien Encounter pen they released not too long ago, which is coincided with the release of the new Alien movie. So it's a xenomorph skull with Vader's reflection in it. Hard enamel, double posted. Others. Really like the detailed work in this. The teeth, the red in the cheeks, the red all around it, and in general, the red reflection. Vader's little centerpiece there. This is a really well done pen in terms of its mashup design idea. I think the idea of the reflection, the xenomorph is cool. And the colors. Hard enamel was a great choice. Esme agrees. I like how it shines. If you don't have this one, this is a pickup. This is one that's worth picking up. Look, I was once asked, am I an Aliens guy, or, you know, I don't remember what the Avatar or something. It sounds like Aliens all the way, if I had to. But I'm not a big Alien guy in general, but I am a Vader collector, so this goes great with the rest of my Vader pens. Esme! I swear, y'all. Barking at nothing but ghosts. I live next to a cemetery. What are you barking at? Oh, you like the pen? Oh, okay. She really likes it, so we'll put it on her leash next time we go out. I believe those are available still in their store. Let's get to the Mickey pens now. So the overall conversation I want to have about these Mickey pens is that Disney... Okay, let me back up real quick. The internet changed everything. We already know this. Established, right? That's knowledge. It's fact, and we can agree. The internet changed the game, the way we communicate, share knowledge, and interact with each other, do business, all of that, right? So in 1999, Disney had a celebration in which they commemorated it with the idea of pin trading. They had a big pin trade day, and thus initiated and spawned the idea of pin trading at the parks. And it's a huge culture that has been adopted all across the world. At all the Disney parks have Disney stores. Most Disney stores at Disney ice cream shops, affiliates. I swear. I gotta pause y'all for 1 second. You. I'm barking at thin air. I can't handle it. I really can't. opportune time. There we go, guys. This is a hilarious stream. Are y'all enjoying this? I hope you're enjoying it. It's hilarious. But so Disney stepped up the idea of trading as a whole, and I think that if you've ever gone to the park and decided to trade or tried to trade, I'm just talking about this specifically, not any of the other pins that were just Disney in general. The encouragement that they've given to the pin community, the pin trading community, has leapt through that specific brand and that specific niche and thrown itself into other places. Okay, so the enthusiasm for trading has obviously crossed the boundary from Disney into pop culture in general, I think. And we've ushered ourselves into this whole new realm of like cross connectivity, that we have these a la carte menus that we all enjoy and we all like and we all already come to the plate essentially with, because nowadays nobody's in unison with anything anymore. We all watch things on our own time, you know. There used to be live viewing of a lot of things, but now we catch things as we want to, a la this on YouTube versus live streaming. So I've noticed I just noticed these things, my views have gone up and down and up and down, and that's because I have more or less viewers per stream each stream. So the more live viewers I have, the less streams I have later, which makes sense. But if you think about it in the long run, I really, you know, if the awareness spreads, then eventually they'll all even out. But what I'm more worried about is the cross communication that's happening through this stream. So the more of you guys that become aware of it and spread the awareness of it, the more people that will communicate with others, and it'll become an engaging community. I have many other collectors that I talk to, and they get some of the most rude exchanges with some makers that don't treat me that way, so I don't understand where the problem lies with certain people versus others. And then there's other makers that I don't know how they stay in business with the way they operate in their customer service. And these are some big makers, and I follow a couple of them still just to keep up because I'm trying to give them another chance. But it's one of those things where I've dropped a lot of makers just because of their lack of response, concern, or regard for the feedback that they receive from the people that are buying their fucking shit and collecting their fucking shit and putting value on their fucking ideas that they bring to life. They're self-inflating their ideas, whereas I'm the one that determines the value of your shit. You should be making it for you. It's what it is in value to you as a maker. But really, at the end of the day, it's what I'm willing to pay that determines the market value for what you make. Think about that. The value in terms of you making it to fulfill yourself, A, creatively, but B, monetarily. The monetary thing should always come second to the self-fulfilling idea of the pin making. But when you disregard the people that are affording you the ability to continue making those pins, or enjoy taking on what you make of extras, which is essentially what it happens when you make a pin if you're just making it to make it. Like I want to. I don't have the resource to make a pin and just make it. But I soon will, and when I do, that'll be great, and we'll do that, and that'll happen. But that's not what I'm getting at here. I'm digressing. What I'm really getting back to is Disney. Disney as a whole has encouraged this community of the park employees to actively be ready to trade and let go of any pin that they're wearing on any particular day. And there's a whole list of rules. I highly encourage, if you don't know about it, to look it up on the internet, Google it, wiki it, whatever, and read about the history of it, because now that this has occurred, it ushered in a whole new idea, obviously, of what we're dealing with and the need in places for certain Disney pins, and how Disney is breaking the boundary. Like, makers are breaking through the Disney boundary and the cease and desist and copyright, and they're finding their own ways around it to just go at it. And that's why I think some of these Disney pins, some of these Star Wars pins, Marvel pins, anything that's Disney related or Disney affiliated in the future is going to be very valuable because of the lack of authorization on them. They basically banned merchandise, as Quarter Press Picks puts it. It is banned merchandise from Disneyland, and there is a supreme need for a lot of them. And that's what spawned this idea. Is I was having a conversation with the maker over at Sick Pins with a Z. Check him out. He does a Mickey pin that he does a few pins that I have and like, but in particular there was a design that he thought of a long time ago, long time ago, that didn't get a lot of traction on a certain website, and it got one of those self-starter, if enough get bought then it gets made. And it didn't get enough, and it didn't get made, and I was the only one who bought one. Then later he decided to make it on his own, and it has sold supremely well. And you know, we were talking about it just yesterday or the other day, and we were talking about how there aren't enough other Mickey hands in general. And I feel that there's a supreme need right now. There is a lacking need in certain Mickey and Walter Disney, and Mickey Mouse specifically themed other stuff. Not Mickey himself, but like, for example, let's just go to the pens, shall we? Now that we've entered into it. I hope y'all enjoying the oldies. So, this is by Sick Pins. This is hard enamel, whatever. I love this pen. It's one of my favorites. It spawned my love for getting Mickey pens. I have number 1 out of 100. Kind man to give me 1, 2, and 3. I have all 3. Love this pen. If you don't already have it, it's a definite must-have for any park goer. But then there was this one that was on Curio Mill, which is also one that I got. And I'm a big fan of this pen because it's soft enamel. It could be hard enamel like this one by Flayed Man. This one's hard enamel, but it's smaller. Okay, this one is bigger, soft, but still just as big and viewable as this when I'm in line at Disney. Okay, so this Spliff Bay is by Stupid Crap, and notice the glitter, right? And glitter in the nugs, glitter in the. Love this one. And it's not. See how they're working around that? It's not officially. It doesn't say Mickey, but it's 4 fingers, and you pretty much know that's Mickey Mouse, right? Of course, I just featured this one last night from Artist Jazz, this VA, but I'm from Virginia, so I don't mind doing it twice. And this one glows in the dark again, but representing the state. But this is kind of what we were getting into. There are needs. This is by No Hours. This 40, this Siggy Mouse, Mickey's. This is by Divided Youth through Nerd Pens. This is what I mean. I don't see many Walter Disney pens. This is a great Walter Disney, original Walter Disney pen. You know what I mean? This one is by Evil Sushi, soft enamel. It's a brain as Mickey Mouse. Great mashup variant by Evil Sushi. Ashley over there, he does some great mashup stuff. He's got a Boo R2 that I'm really hoping he makes into a pen right now. This is by Pinhead Company and yesterday's with Tattoo Shay. It's one of those pill heads, but it's a nug head. Okay, yeah, and then Sick Pens wanted me to lay down that he's going to be putting out a series now of these pens in different forms and variants, so be on the lookout. And I believe there'll be a set coming, probably some that they're missing out there that you know that are in need and aren't there, and eventually you're gonna have every Mickey hand you're gonna want from Sick Pens, so be on the lookout for that. This is single posted, should be double posted, but it's hard enamel, and it's one of the famous pill head, but it's a nug. You know how we do here. This is from Catatomic Pens. Happiest Place on Earth. Pretty big, awesome Mickey skull. I like this. It reminds me of like surgery, like we're playing Operation. And then lastly over here in the top corner here we have Head Full of Magic from Quarter Press, who I featured before. Got the nice glitter and the hard enamel there. And then the Suicide Mickeys by who is this by? Nami Art, I believe. I tagged them in the Instagram, but I got 2 of these because I like them upside down like this with each other. I think they look cool and I like to wear them like that. So I just think that there's a serious lacking in Mickey Mouse, alternative Mickey Mouse, not standard Mickey Mouse stuff, not typical Mickey Mouse stuff, atypical, 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 atypical. I had never seen this until I seen this, and then I saw this one. And then, so now I have both hands, right? Because if you look at it, they go like this. Fuck off world. Fuck off lines at Disneyland. That's what that means. But the last thing I wanted to say about the Disney pin trading is that I just feel like the idea of going to the park with pins to trade, having to stop to make conversations with strangers as a child, waiting in line with people, making friends with people in line, having to be put in social situations that aren't typical, awkward social situations where people are grumpy, hungry, tired, the list goes on. But all those times I remember as a youth being in public places with my family and being a part of a social experiment in terms of a community gathering. I just remember the engagement that my parents had, that I had with people, and how it taught me how to deal with personalities and how to deal with my own personality, and not necessarily how to be somebody I wasn't, but how to be different parts and different phases and different sides of who I am with certain people, because it's important that you're able to at least coexist in this world. And I think that pin trading is a great way to teach kids essentially how to initiate conversation, negotiate, compromise, and basically learn to let go of things. Because you're letting go of something that you once held or had. And I have a whole bucket of pins that I'm ready to give away at Disneyland and drop with a hat because I planned for it. But certain people aren't, and so you have to learn at a young age, as we learn with Star Wars. You must train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose. Right? Says Yoda. So, as we do with pins, as we do with life and death and victory and defeat and disappointment and euphoria and joy, we, have to learn to let go and embrace while we have it, and let go of it when we don't, and not carry it with us. So, there you go. There's an existential level of Disney pin making that, I just think they've contributed. I just think they've contributed in a way that they don't really understand yet, that's crossing in boundaries into other pins. Like Simpsons. I mean, Simpsons has gone nuts. Universal Studios, they don't do that necessarily, but I would have no problem talking to someone in line at Universal Studios who had a pin that I liked and say, hey, would you want to trade? Are you down for a trade? I mean, I would be willing to let go of something that I didn't want to let go of in that moment to get a pin that I wanted more. Because if you think about it, I've had a bunch of these pins for a while. I've gotten to wear them and enjoy them. And sure, maybe in 10, 15 years, it's like, I wish I had that pin right now. But that's okay, because I got to enjoy it then. And that's when it was supposed to be enjoyed. So, tomorrow, I didn't pull out tomorrow's preview. So, shall I get them? Nothing major tomorrow, because I've had a horrible pin mail week. And I've been doing a lot of pins every stream. There may be some days where we don't do streams, but not during the contest. The contest will be every day, don't worry. But tomorrow we're going to do another pin from Duncan, his Boo pin. Another pin from Weirdo Weapons. Get ready. Yeah, we're going to have some repeats because I didn't want to do these today. Mod. And then I might do another BB pin that I got from them, and whatever comes in the mail tomorrow. So, there it is. There you have it. As usual, I appreciate you coming, everybody. I really do. It's nice to see so many friendly faces, names, and see all the engagement going on around what's happening with my spewing. And if you're watching in the archives on YouTube, thank you again for checking us out all the way through these marathons that I'm giving you. And if you want more Pin Talk, always check out the past streams. They're archived on the YouTube page. And follow me on Instagram, because that's where I'll be dropping my new releases, previews, pre-orders, low stocks, and sales deals on my Instagram story, as well as teasers for the upcoming streams and other pin happenings and pin smorgasbord nonsense, that stuff. So there we have it. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening, and it was another fun stream. Thanks, guys. Peace.